All right. It's time to hang out. Well, that stopped for a second. It's time to hang out with everybody this afternoon. Tasting America. Well, hope you pop in here in a little bit then. And Justin and Christina's RV Van Life. Hello. Um, yeah, their name is a little bit longer for sure. For sure. So, anyways, hope you guys are doing well. I really enjoyed the conversation this morning with Boardman Kenneth Oakes. That was really interesting to learn, not just about his technician career that he wants to do, but also just to learn about um, his tasting food stuff. That was really cool. You know, it's something that I like to watch now. I just find it interesting. I find it fascinating. I know I'm not the only one, but I just find it fascinating that you can have people eat the same thing and have two different reactions to the same food. It's always amazing to me that you can have that. So anyhow, um, how to turn this off? Woo. Oh, Bluetooth speaker. I usually have that on. That's one thing. Like I'm fine with the screen size of my tablet or the phone or whatever for watching stuff, but I gotta have uh, better sound coming out of it for it to sound good and for me to be able to watch it and pay attention to that and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of doing what Gina did last week and have come on a little bit before we do our show this afternoon. So I wanted to come on so that we have an audience going over there and hanging out and seeing us later this afternoon. Um, hey, Jason America, hope you're good. And Meemaws Matters in here. Hello. So yeah, if you guys are getting close to anything, any milestones or whatever, or still need hours and stuff like that, this is the stream to let people know that kind of stuff. That's what these afternoon streams are for, is to find out where everybody's at. If you need more people to get to your next goal in subscribers, or you need some more people to watch for watch hours. That's the kind of stuff I want to find out and know. So and kind of share with everybody for sure. Um, but normally I'm going to try to go on a little bit later, but today um, there's a lot of good shows on there today, and a lot of them, you know, are my friends. So I'll be in there watching the streams with you guys later this afternoon. There's a lot of people on there. Um, where are you at right now, Chasing America? How close are you to that? Let me know um, how exactly close you are. It was cool seeing you guys on Rants with Rogers, though. That was really cool seeing you guys on there and seeing you guys talk to him and all that kind of stuff. So, um, Van Vita, oh, that you're getting up there now. You're starting to move now. That's nice to see. And Hello Rally. Okay, so you need 8 more. So, if anybody doesn't have Chasing America, if you go um, pick them up, they drive a truck around, and they shared their life of how it is to be on the road as a truck driver, which is really cool because a lot of people that aren't truck drivers don't know what it is to be a truck driver. They just see um, either on TV or movie depictions of what it's like, and they don't see all the hassles and the downsides of living life as a truck driver and delivering stuff all over the country. So it's really cool to watch you guys share that out and for people to kind of learn what it actually entails. You know, that's why I like Nomadic Hippie when he shows what he does too. Um, it's one of the toughest jobs I would say in the United States, and it's also one of the kind of one of the most hidden. You know, that kind of makes sense. Like you see the trucks on the road, yes, but nobody ever really thinks. Nobody ever really thinks about the truck drivers otherwise, right? Yeah, just when you see when oh they're in my way, but you never really think about it. But you know, everything that you buy at a store, you know, or well, especially if you order online, you should know that too. But you know, it's such a vital part of the modern day system. And you know, my grandpa drove a truck, my dad drove a truck, and I drove a truck. So, and my grandpa drove them back when it was uh, a board, you know, for the seat. That's what he had on some of his. So, you know, there was no sleepers or any of that kind of stuff. And it was kind of cool later on in life when I had the bigger truck and my grandpa was still around, and I brought the big truck to his house, and he could see, you know, he could get inside and it was really cool because it was like a whole full circle. So that's awesome. I'm glad you reached the hours. Yeah, you'll be able to. You'll get up there. You'll get up there, Mimas. It seems like it'll take a while, but you'll get there. The hours seem to take longer than that. So, and good morning, Evergreen Homestead. Good morning. Um, so, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Riley's right. It's the other way around. Usually the other way around for sure. Um, so yeah. Um, but I'm really really stoked. Yeah, 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 Matt. Yeah. And I wasn't trying to go at the same time as Rant Wars. I didn't. I realized um, when our alert basically got sent at the same time, I forgot that it was at that time on Tuesday. So I'm going to try to go an hour earlier on Tuesday afternoons, and then go in and uh, give you a raid for Rant Wars. That's my plan on Tuesdays. I'm going to try to do that. So um, try to do that for you. What video? I want to know what video it was that gave you the most views. I'd be really interested in knowing that because I'm always curious. Um, Mine, I kind of understand why I got a lot of views on them, but I never. I'm always curious of other people's. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So practice as much as you can while you're in CDL school. If they give you a chance to, if they give you a chance to stay after and practice your parking and your backing, do it. Because once you get out there on the road, you'll learn really quick that that's the hardest part of driving the truck is the backing. So the more you can practice while you're there, the more tips you can get from the people that are teaching you. Like ask them tricks. Like they'll teach you how to do it, but then ask them tricks that they use. And I can show you some too that I learned along the way as well. Hello, Misty Pruitt. Um, hello, Tina's Journal of Journeys. And yeah, no problem, man. No problem, Matt. You know, um, for sure. Oh, hello, Foreman, Amy McFarland Raid. Well, thank you, Amy. I do appreciate that. Yeah. eh, yeah, yeah. You know, that's I'm telling you, like, so I'll tell you how it started out. So when I was in I went to the truck driving school, got through that, And then when I was in training, I actually had two things that happened where I bent the wings on the truck on the back of the cab, and Chasing America knows what that is, but there's little straight pieces of metal that come back from the cab usually that stick out from the back of the cab, and they're for like aerodynamics. Well, I turned too sharp trying to get turned in a truck stop parking lot, and I crunched one of those. And then I had another one where I'd got some stuff from underneath one of the steps, but I forgot to put the step back on, and I ran over the step. So I ended up staying in training longer than usual, longer than I should have been. Anyway, uh, but right after I got done with the training, the first load I got, I had to go to a Staples, I believe it was, or it might have been Office Depot. It was an office store for sure. Might have been Office Max at that time too. I don't know. It was like 2004, I think it was, maybe 2003. Anyway, um, I had to do a blind side back around the corner of the building in order to go into the dock. So, if you don't know what that is, like, I'll kind of give you an illustration here. Okay, say this is the building, right? I have to come in and then have no mirrors, not be able to watch, and go around the corner of the building like this and back into a dock. So yeah, that was the first one that they gave me right out the gate after training. So when I tell you Evergreen Homestead, practice your backing and try to get backing tips from everybody you can. Um, and you'll find a method that works for you. But that's why I said ask for a bunch of tips, because you're gonna some people, how they explain it or how they do it is not going to click in your brain better than other people. So always do that. And then I'll tell you one thing that they told me, uh, or my trainer told me, but most of the people have told me. Um, Anytime that you think you know everything about truck driving, then you should just stop driving, because that's when you start getting in accidents. Start getting in accidents. Um, because you start to become careless, and that's something you really need to avoid in driving vehicles or driving truck, is becoming careless or not paying attention. It's bad enough if you do that in a car or whatever, but in a truck, there's usually deadly consequences in a truck. So, and stuff can happen in the matter of a moment. Um, I still remember one time. Oh man, I was coming down the freeway. It's actually not even far from here, and um, if you're driving truck and you have people on the side of the road, you kind of have to watch, because if they step out too far, there's a chance they can get sucked under your trailer. And I was passing by a cop car. They had somebody pulled over, and I looked to make sure I was, far enough away from them and all that stuff. Turn back to look in front of me, and the traffic had stopped. Boom, right in front of me. And I don't know how I did it, but the car's here, right? And I'm coming with the truck, and I turned like this, was able to hit the gas, and go into the emergency, the breakdown lane, whatever, emergency lane, and barely avoided hitting that person. And that was the closest call I ever had of an accident on the road, and that one was scary. Um, I sat there for about 10 minutes um, after I got the truck stopped, and just breathed, because it was that close of a call. And yeah, I was always very cautious. I mean, I'm even cautious in cars when I drive. People call me. Um, uh, oh, and thank you, Matt. Awesome. Yeah, I understand you're off to take a nap for sure. You started early in the morning, and thank you very much. Um, But even cars here, like my friends have always made fun of me for uh driving like a grandma, right? They would make fun of me for doing that, but I um always really concerned um with safety and not being in accidents. Um and the main reason is I never, even if it was something that I couldn't help, I always never wanted to have that on my mind, that I was responsible for hurting somebody else in an accident or killing somebody else in an accident. Like, I never wanted that on my mind at all. And so I was um, always worried about that. Always worried about there. Uh, um, so, you know, and hey, Kristen, um, I've got your link in there now, and it's going. I watched it pop up earlier today. So, um, yeah, yeah, and driving to make money is all right. Yeah, being cut off. Yep. Yeah, that's one thing I'll tell you guys. Um, if you've ever done it, like try to race ahead of a truck so that you could get to an exit, you're really playing with your life, because those trucks can't stop very quickly, at all. And when you jump in front of a truck like that, like, I need to get over to this exit. Um, if the person in front of you has to stop, it's not that you're like, well, I'm not going to stop. Well, the person in front of you has to stop, and then you hit your brakes. You're not going to exist anymore. That's the best way to put it. Is you won't exist anymore. Hello, hitch up and tow, um, and hello, willow grow. Uh, and yeah, yeah, the rules with driving and all that stuff. Yep, yep. As it, that you can lose control of it very easily depending on the load that's in it. It doesn't take very much, man. Um, it's a you have to have respect for the machinery. I guess is the best way to put it as a driver. You have to have respect for that machinery, and then you would hope that everybody else on the road would have the same respect for the machinery. But I think I think Arkansas Woodcutter, he kind of learned. He's like, yeah, I was right by where you're at, and I couldn't stop. And I'm like, yep, that was always the worst part about driving for me. Um, I loved the driving part, but the fact that you couldn't stop places. I mean, you could plan something out in your day and be able to stop somewhere, but the problem is you couldn't stop lots of places because of the size of the truck. You know, you couldn't get to some places because of the size of the truck. So between time not working out most of the time to be able to stop places and the size of the truck, um, yeah, it was just I have a lot of good memories from it, but then just those ones of, man, that was a cool thing that I saw. Man, I wish I could stop at this place. Man, and then you drive through the towns. One of the things that I would love to do was I would drive through towns and I would daydream, like, about what life must be like in this town, right? Like, what kind of people live in this town? What do they do for fun? Um, that was always a good time to me. And then there was some really cool truck stops too. Like, uh, a lot of the people that worked in the truck stops, whether in the restaurants or they were just like worked the registers, or they helped clean up around the place, clean up the showers and all that kind of stuff. Um, a lot of people were some of coolest people that I met on the road. And I think it was because they had to interact with so many different people that were drivers of so many different backgrounds and all that kind of stuff, that they were more comfortable talking and hanging out with people. Um, so that was really cool. Oh, and thank you, Thrifty Angel, for sharing it out. And hello. Um, I just wanted to finish my thought there before I said hello. Yeah, yeah, and see that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Chasing America. Yeah, so they know that's the worst part. That's the absolute worst part, man. Is you see cool stuff, and so that's what I'm really excited about getting on the road, is because now I get to go to all of the coolest places. Now I can stop somewhere of these cool places that I saw when I was driving truck. I get to take you guys along and kind of show you what it's like. So, um, yeah, I'm really excited to do that. And hello, Melanetti. Nice to see you here. So we're gonna go to the top of the hour, and then we're gonna go over to Van Life with Gina Payne's channel because it's our weekly show that we do, Van Life Live. Um, so we'll be going over there after here. And hanging out. So, hello, Gracie 58. Thank you for being here again. So yeah, if you guys, like I said, Chasing America, they said they're 8 away from 400. So if you don't have Chasing America, go check them out. And then I'm trying to remember, Van Vita, she's getting up there now too. So go see her. And then Mimas, they have their hours. Mimas has it right here. Mimas Matters. They already have their hours. Um, they just need somebody to, or they just need to get up to the friend mark. Um, yep, that one right there. We have had that issue pulling the camper. That's why I'm glad I'm in the van, because I had the Subaru pulling that little tent trailer, and that still even limited me on where I could go. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that again. So I only want to have a van so that I can just pull into regular parking spaces. I don't have to worry about having a way to reverse and get out and all that kind of stuff. I'm excited to show you the adventures. So that's one thing that I learned. Hello, William Dixon. Hello. Um, what's their link? Somebody can drop Chasing America. I would really appreciate it. In here. So man, it's it's gonna be so, oh man. I just my head's like spinning with just stuff, because I'm gonna show you guys some stuff in Washington. uh, But when I get back next summer, I think probably all of next summer is going to be spent showing you guys different places in the Northwest. So Oregon and Washington, um, and like parts of Montana and stuff like that. I think all next summer, that's what I really want to show you guys, is what there is up here in the Northwest to go see and do. Um, but yeah, there's stuff that I didn't go do when I was in truck. Like I never went to Iowa 80. Um, I just, if I was going by there, it wasn't usually me that was driving. Otherwise, I would have stopped there just to see it. But um, there's actually a a place down in Portland. There's a really cool truck stop down there um, that I haven't really got to go and explore. When I was a driver, the only thing I could do was really get in there to get fuel, and then I got back out of there. But I really want to go explore it because it's really set up nicely. Um, and there's another one in Oregon that I went to. They have a jacuzzi tub in one of the bathrooms in the Baker City, Oregon, Baker Truck Corral. I want to see if they still have it there, and I want to do a video there of that. But oh man, I have all these ideas spinning in my head, and all these things that I want to do spinning in my head, and it's fun and exciting to do these things with you guys. It really, really is. And I was trying to remember what that thing was called for the roof for the solar, the wires from the solar panel to go through. I found it on Amazon last night because I had to get that. I'm like, how am I going to do that? There was a thing, and I just put in different search terms, so I found it pop up. So I put roof, wire, cap, RV, and then it finally pulled it up. I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. So I'll be putting that in the video. All those little parts and pieces that I used to put it together, I'll be putting in the video when I start building it. But I'm really excited to get to the build started going on that. It's something that I'm really excited, really excited to do. So I can't wait. I really can't wait. Yeah, I'm just so happy that you guys are going to be coming along for the ride, because for years, driving the truck for years, my whole thing was I wish that somebody was there with me so they could see what was going on, or see what happened, or could experience it with me. And now I get to have that with you guys, right? I don't have to feel like, even though I will be technically there alone, I'll never feel alone because you guys are gonna be there with me. So it's really exciting for me to have that instead of hanging out alone. And I think somebody asked the other day if this is a sheet. No. I got a bar up here, up there, and these are my towels. So instead of using the towel once and then putting it in the dirty clothes and then having to take and wash all this stuff, it gets hung up and dry so I can reuse it again. And hello, Miss Southern Belle. There was quite a few people that came over from your channel after you posted that mail call getting the sticker. So I really do appreciate that. That was really awesome and unexpected. I woke up this morning with those comments on a video, and so that really made my day. So thank you for that, Miss Southern Belle. I really do appreciate it. And hello, K&R Destinations. Speaking of which, somebody that will be on later today. Always a funny show. And thank you for sharing my video, Miss Southern Belle. Always a funny show there with K&R. That I can guarantee you. I don't always know what's going to happen on their show, but it's always usually funny and entertaining. And they're good friends of this channel. They've helped me out with a lot of things, with the gimbal and stuff like that, which I haven't used much lately. But shoot, what's today? Wednesday. I'll be like 2.5 days into building the van at this point next week. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. 2.5 days into building the van at this time next week. Whoa. So yeah, they don't even know what will happen on their show. That's true. I think sometimes they don't even know what's going to happen on their show till it happens. I didn't even think about that, but that's pretty accurate, Riley. That's pretty accurate. So anybody that's my friends and stuff like that, I'm gonna try to not go live when you're live in the afternoons, but I want to have a hangout stream for you guys. So tomorrow's will be a little bit later in the day from today. So today's is early because I got a lot of friends that are on Wednesdays. So yeah, awesome to hear. Chasing America, awesome. Yeah, everybody in here is pretty good people. So you know, we always have a plan. You might have a plan. Maybe you do have a plan. I'm not going to even say you don't. But I think the plan soon goes out the window after the show starts. As soon as as soon as as soon as the first meetings commence, that's when the plan goes out the window, I think. At least in my estimation, right? In my estimation. And I showed him once already. I'm not sure if you were in here hanging on. By the way, I have to rebuild the desk because the desk did not like the vibration of the van, I don't think. And it kind of, it's not doing too grand, so I got to get these drawers put back together. But yeah, there's the business cards, boom. And then the cool thing is on the back, they put the QR codes, those little funny looking stamp things. But that's the links for all my different social media on there and YouTube and all that stuff. And I'm gonna be sending them out to you, KNR. I'm just gonna be going to the store or not going to the store. I'll be grabbing postage here on the way to my brother's house so that I can send some more out. And if you guys would like, in this next little while, I still have some stickers here. So until I run out of stickers here, I'll be sending those out too. If you haven't gotten one yet. And then boom, right there. These little note cards and little note on the back. And usually if I send them out, what I'm doing is I'll write like a little message or a thank you or something in there. So I really do appreciate it a lot. It's made me really feel official and taking this to the just in my mind. It really helps me take it to that next level of getting up there and if anything we all should have learned this year is that plans are fun ideas. They are fun ideas, but they don't always work out so well. You could have had your whole life, all your plans went well until this year, and you would have learned this year that even plans can change. So, yeah, man, I love them. I love them a lot. I'll probably have the business cards for a good little while. I'll have to order the note cards hopefully at some point. And I say hopefully because I like sending those out. And so what I think I'm going to do is I may like if you join the Patreon, I may send one of those out with like a postcard every month or something like that. I may do something like that. Just unsure yet how I want to do that, but I'm kind of trying to figure out the Patreon stuff still and what I want to include in that for you guys. I do have a store, and it will be putting the store link in there. So if you want to get one off there, that's cool too. There's the family logo, which I took my hoodie off. Hold on. And so I don't even have that sticker. I got to order some stuff from my own store to get it. But so it has the family logo. I have that stuff in the store too. There's the family sticker, which I don't have, but I have I have the Bob's Adventure stickers, and those are available in the store too. The Bob's Adventure ones are. So I still have a little stack. You guys can see. So I still have a little stack of them, but oh, there we go. Boom. So I still have those, and if you want one, just send me your wherever you want it mailed to my email going across the bottom of the screen there, and I'll get them out while I'm still here. So um, that's how that works. But yes, there is stuff in the store. Speaking of which, I added the Beard Up Challenge 2020 shirts to the store, and all the money that gets made from those shirts goes towards Ivy's Forge and Homestead. It gets donated to him. Um, instead of splitting it, I want it all to go to him so he can help get his forge built and have that's a place to go and do blacksmithing and just be able to clear their mind of problems they have or whatever. So that's what I want you to know as far as that goes. So any of those shirts, the Beard Up 2020 challenge shirts, it all goes towards Ivy's Forge and Homestead. He flipped a coin. He didn't even think he was going to be able to shave his beard because he didn't think his wife was going to let him. And no, he's shaving it. He's shaving it. He's got a beard that's like down to here. So he's shaving his beard too. And he flipped a coin and he ended up being on my team. So we have me, Daydream About Nice Things, and Ivy's Forge and Homestead so far on the teams. Can they make it on a vehicle? Are you talking about one I sent you? Yes, because it's UV protected. The other ones from the other store, yeah, I don't know yet. So I'm going to try to keep these around, but I'm going to have to order some of those and see how they're made and stuff like that. So I don't want to tell you the ones in the store yet for sure till I see it in person. But the one I sent you, yes, that's from Sticker Meal, and that one is fine to throw on the outside for sure. I've seen a lot of people though that are throwing them on like pieces of plexiglass or pieces of board, and they keep them inside and all that kind of stuff, and that's cool too. But everybody that has sent me a sticker already, they're all in here. And the ones that I had to peel off, so they're kind of sticky back together in here, but I'll peel them off one by one. And Simple Life Reclaimed is the latest that got here. That one got here yesterday. And then I also had Ivy's Forge and Homestead. And they actually got two different ones. They sent me this one, which that's cool. And then same artist as mine, right? Toonstead. They have a Toonstead sticker too. So if it kind of looks similar to mine, same artist, Toonstead. Really cool guy. If you guys don't have him. And I found out a while ago, I didn't realize it when I had first got because my channel used to be called Mobile Homestead RV at one point in time. And I got stickers way back then, and he had made me a sticker or made me a logo, and I turned it into a sticker way back when. But I had realized at that time that I was the first channel that he ever made a logo for and put it on. So that was really cool to find out. That was really, really cool to find out. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. We're still working out the details, and like I said, once I have my hours, I'm probably only going to be going live once a week. I'll be having videos the other 6 days a week, kind of like before I started doing lives, how I was trying to put out a video every day. There would still be a video out 6 days a week, and then I'll have a live 1 day a week. And Papa Drew's RV is the one who's doing the schedule. So please contact him if you have a live that you're going to do or whatever, or whatever you want to do, contact him, because he's going to be putting the schedule together, kind of like doing stuff like that, where he wants the channels that kind of go together to be together. Yeah, I saw that, Miss Southern Belle. Thank you so much. I said it. I don't know if you heard me. I might have said it while you were still on the other screen in the share out, but yes, thank you very much. Mine's Sticker Mule. I didn't know Amazon made them too. That's really cool to find out. And yeah, Tasting America, if you want to use whatever company, like I said, it's Sticker Mule, I can get you a $10 credit. It gives me a $10 credit too, but other than buying stickers to have for in person, I'm probably not going to be doing that to mail out. So I'm going to get me a stack of stickers to take with me, and if you're there in person, I'll give you one in person. But yeah. Hello, Cloud9 Caravanning. Yeah, she is, but she's been, because she recently had her back surgery and all that kind of stuff. So she hasn't really been doing too much of that lately. It's still there. But like I said, building this new network out, I really want to get as many people as I can involved that aren't just on the Share the Air schedule. So I want people that are homesteaders, or like you, Rally, all you guys that are from the cruise community. I want you guys to be part of it too, and get you on the schedule, and not just be RVers on the schedule. Kind of almost back to Willow Girl's idea of having different things each day. And so that may even take the form of where the lives from the one community, and like I said, until you can fill out a schedule. So if we got to the point where there was a full week of programming you could have from each community, and then you just make sub networks for each of those, et cetera, et cetera. But that's the goal with it. And there's a lot of new channels that are in here. And the problem is with the old schedule is that was carried on from the previous schedule that was being taken care of. There were people on there that don't support other channels. You never see them really come in anybody else's lives. And also, sometimes they would just decide they're not going to show up that week, and they also don't tell anybody that they're not going to show up. So nobody knows what's going on. And you have these people that, I'm one of them. There's other people that enjoy having not just the live streams, but the community aspect of these chat rooms, to be able to talk to and communicate to other people. And so when you have people that don't show up, that causes worst outcomes for the rest of the shows for the day, right? And then it has to get built back up again, an audience in there. And so I don't want that to happen. And yeah, different genres is how we grow it. It's not just staying in the one genre. And that was a big mistake that was made in the past in the community, was to limit it only to RVers, or only to nomad YouTubers, or any of that stuff. That was a huge mistake that was made. I never liked that. I go to many different live streams and in many different communities, because I know the way that we all grow is by having people from different genres on YouTube, because not all of the audience of that genre may appreciate the other stuff, but people have different interests. And it goes both ways, right? Some people that watch the RVer community might like some of the stuff the homestead community does, or whoever else. Hello, Artists on the Road. Nice to see you just getting home. So that's the whole purpose. Is we all, the funny thing is to sit there and stick your head in the sand and say that growing is a bad thing, and trying to have streams where people can meet up and grow is a bad thing. Um, um, yep, that's why me and Gina are on the same time. Yes, exactly. Um, and so I've had um, I've the reason that schedule um, is was for that purpose. But the problem is a lot of people have then decided, because instead of making it a thing where if you want to be on the schedule, if you decide to go over somebody else's time, that, well, you're free to do what you want, and you don't get taken off the schedule. That's the huge problem. So if nobody else is going to respect the schedule, there's no reason for me to respect the schedule, but I'm going to respect individual creators at this time until another schedule gets put together. So when I see creators that have been on the schedule that haven't come around to support people, and or are absent multiple times and nobody knows, and there's not a fill-in stream for them like some of us have done, we get somebody to fill in for people. That's when the problem happens with that stuff. And hello, Bob Raptor and Joe. Hello, Thrifty Angela. Thanks for the share earlier too, Angela. I don't know if you didn't hear me. So, yep. Thank you, Ardes. Thank you for being here too, by the way. And Carolina Hillbilly 1960. Where did he? There he is. Hello. Nice to see you here. So yeah, what I'm going to try to do is probably starting here. Probably the first week of August. Yeah, the first week of August, because Monday will be like my last Monday. So the first week of August, I'm going to start doing probably 2 hours in the morning, and then I want to go raid the TR show, because of all the stuff that he's done for our community and helped us all out. I'm just going to probably do the 2 hours in the morning. I may not do an evening show, but I'm going to do the 2 hours in the morning on Tuesday through Friday, and I had the 2 hours on Saturday, but on Monday through Friday, and then raid the TR show, because he's been so good to us. And so I wanted to give you guys, give you guys a good head start, and kind of know what's going on. I already talked to TR about it. He knows I'm going to be doing it. So yeah, starting that first week in August, we're going to go 2 hours, and we're going to go to the TR show, because that he has been so helpful to us. The least we can do is start him off with a nice raid and a nice show to start his days too. So, Mr. Potato Head 12, welcome. I love people that come here the first time. Thank you. Yes, and Fordman. Yep. It's me and Gina's show today, so I'll be over there after I get off here. Gina will be starting it, and then it'll take me a second to get over there and be on the show with her. But hello, Slow Momentum. What's up, man? So that's kind of the reason I went on today. Is all right. Take care of those goats, man. Hopefully, it didn't get out on you again. The reason I came on when I did today was so that I could give Gina a raid into her into her channel for people that don't know necessarily that we switch off. All that would happen. Okay, so will it grow? All that you're trying to do is, if you have a scheduled time slot, it doesn't matter if it's who it is necessarily. We just want somebody to be there in that time slot. So usually what I would do, like if I fill in for somebody, I put it'll be filling in for, and then their channel name. But what would happen is you let them know, and then the show before, the moderators in there will see it pop up, or that it's a fill-in show, or you can let the moderators, if you have something in common in the show before you would normally come on, let the moderators know that they're going to be filling in for you, and then they would just raid that channel, so that we just have a continuous flow. They wouldn't be on your channel. They wouldn't be going live from your channel. They would just be going live in that spot to fill in for you in case you're sick, in case you just want a week off, right? I don't have a problem with that. I just want to make sure there's a consistency of people there and running these shows. And like I said, I don't want to be on all week long after I get my hours. I'm going to cut down to one, because I'm going to be traveling and it's going to be hard to live stream, but also I'm going to have stuff that I'm going to film, right? So I'm going to be able to put out really cool videos for you guys to watch and see. So I need the hours right now, and I want to get there before I leave, because like I said, all that mail and stuff comes, or not all the mail, but the piece of mail that I need comes and all that kind of stuff. So I want to get that done before I go on the road, and I have a consistent place where I'm at, and I know I have a good enough connection cell phone wise. Speaking of which, that's what I'm on now, and not on the Wi-Fi, and I wasn't on this morning. I was able to get the phone bill paid and on early because you guys were so gracious in buying shirts and all that kind of stuff from the store. It gave me enough to get the cell phone back on. So as you can see, the cell phone service is better than the Wi-Fi. Awesome. Well, that means, you know what that means? That tells me I have a few days worth of content, hours wise. I knew I probably had over a day now, just because of all the interviews I've done. Because just numbered interviews, I did four, or no, I'll be on 16 tomorrow, and those are like an hour a piece. So, how many hours do I need? I am at 1,560 to go, as of this morning. How far am I from SeaTac? I am about 30 minutes, 35 minutes from SeaTac, depending on traffic, but it's usually about 30, 35 minutes, because my exit is in the 120s here on I-5. So if that'll give you an idea, and since you're a driver, you can kind of figure out and do the math from there. But hello, Muscle Car Appraisal. Oh yeah, you can do it. Yeah. No, we're gonna get there, and that's part of the reason for having these streams is for you guys to meet and connect and hang out and all that kind of stuff. And I want to have a chance to talk to you guys and kind of explain to you how excited I am to go, because I don't really get a chance to do that when I have these interviews in the morning. So it's really fun and exciting to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys and learn where you're at, and try to help you guys get to where you want to be too. So like if you have questions about YouTube or whatever, feel free to ask. You know, I'm more than happy to help if I can, or try to find an answer. But that's kind of what I want this to be. And anybody that's, you know, you have questions about what happens here, what happens there, or how do you do this, I want to help you out, because it helps me commit to memory a lot of these things. That's one thing I've had to learn about myself as I deal with what I deal with, and the memory issues I have, is I need multiple times doing things, teaching things, talking about things in order to commit to my memory. And so it just helps me out to have the ability to do that with you guys. So, and Muscle Car Appraisal, I kind of want to know a little bit, like, do you do like insurance stuff for people that have classic cars and stuff like that? I'm kind of curious. To the name like muscle car, or do you do like stuff for auctions? Like you appraise stuff for auctions? I'm kind of wondering about that. I'm kind of curious about that. I'm doing good, Coleman Studio. Thank you, man. Thank you for popping in. I'm doing great. What kind of fuel do I use for, or I don't know if that's for me for sure, but if it's for me, if you're talking about cooking, I have a Blackstone grill that uses propane. So that's what I use for that. And then I have a diesel heater that uses diesel, and then the van itself uses gasoline. So, hello, Kinfolk Farm, Georgia. Hello. Thank you for stopping in before you head off to work. I appreciate that a lot. I really do. But yeah, so Papa Drew's RV is who you want to contact for being on the network schedule. And he's going to be working it all out. And I'm not going to be really, I'm not going to be really doing any more than maybe one or two. And that's all the spots that I'm going to take up on the schedule once we do it. Oh, that's really cool. The owner of MCA is Jim Murphy. He does it all involving muscle cars. Really cool. Really cool. What has been the coolest one that you've seen since you've been there? Like one that you wish you could have for yourself, I guess. That'd be interesting. And later, Relator Fordman, thank you for stopping around and hanging out. So there's a tank that is for the diesel heater. And that's it will be installed inside, but it's two different ones. I don't have two different fuel tanks for the van though. Only one. So, oh, that's really cool. So I've probably seen some of the shows that he's done appraisals for. That's really neat, man. That is really neat. I like how you said that, Willow Girl. Oh, I like that, man. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I just appraise you. Oh man, you crack me up, Willow Girl. I'll give you that, man. You are a funny guy. And me, Moss, that's all right. I understand that. I know a lot of us in here understand about losing signal when we drive, so it's all good. Hey, Johnny Journey, that's all good. That's all good. I was telling these guys earlier. I talked to TR, and next week I'm gonna start going 2 hours in the morning, and then we're gonna raid the TR show. I already let them know that, so I want to make sure. I just want you to know that. So I don't care if you guys are hanging out there and helping her get to 1K. That's awesome. I don't mind that at all. I'm not sure what the mileage is going to be on the new van yet. I believe, if I remember correctly, I'd have to look it up. But I think it's around 20 miles per gallon on it, but I'm not sure. I don't have it yet to drive it and give you an accurate mileage number. So that's all I want to let you know as far as that goes. But if you guys want to post the link for going over there to Gina's for Van Life Live. If you guys want to do that, and we'll head over there because I got to pop over into her chat anyway. So go ahead and pop that in the chat. I'm gonna play my not the regular outro video, but I'll play like the little intro video or whatever with the song, and then I will see you guys over there for Van Life Live. Yeah, I'll see you guys over there. Appreciate it. And you know what? Just to give you guys a laugh before you go out the door. There you go. I'll see you guys later.
Don't give up, just hold on tight. It'll